Hello my dudes, welcome to a new video. I'm the Guitar Dude, and as some of you may know, I am a big video game fan, and I do consume a lot of video game content, such as playing a lot of games and also watching a lot of streamers, mostly on Twitch. One of them I watch his name is Vinny, or Vincent, and he's from this group called Vinesauce, and they play a lot of really neat video games, but Vinny is probably my favorite. I find him, for my liking, the most entertaining, so I watch him the most. And at some point he was playing this game called Paper Mario, the newer one in the saga called Origami King. And at some point in the game, well, there are some parts where you can just relax for a bit, and some of the characters in the game make you some coffee. And I think you can heal up, not really sure, I don't remember. But one of those places where you can relax, there is a shy guy that's has kind of like a Mexican hat or something like that. And I think one of the replies he can do to you is to do a little song for you on his guitar. And I saw that gameplay, and I was watching the streamer play, and he also plays guitar, so he was trying to figure out the chords.
It's a nice chord. What chord is it? Seventh?
And at the same time I was doing the same while watching, because every time I hear like a tune that I like, I want to try it out. I was like, yeah, I can try the chords, and I kind of figured them out pretty well. And now recently I tried them again, and I did it a little bit better. So yeah, just want to show you dudes the chords of the song. If anybody is interested, I think it would be like a just fast little video for a song that maybe most people never thought it was possible to play, or maybe nobody has made the chords online, or they just don't exist. So yeah, for today I just want to show the chords and play a little bit of that song. And it's really super simple. It has like I think 3 or 4 chords and some picking at the beginning, and that's all. So in the game, the place where you find the song is in these little coffee shops, but this one has a shy guy with a sombrero, and the coffee he offers is a Sobrero Blend. Once you buy it for 100 coins in the game, he serves you the coffee, and as you drink it, he plays a tune with his friends. I don't know the name of the rhino, like the name of the enemy, but there's a piranha plant, and they do a little bit like a percussion, or they do some kind of beat while he plays the guitar. So I'll explain a little bit slow first, and then I'll play it with the song at the end. So this song starts out with a little thing called the hammer-on, that you'll have to stretch out a lot your fingers, especially your index or your pinky. You have to stretch it out a lot, because you have to go from this position on. I'm going to first use the 6th string. So it's the 6th string on the 3rd fret. And you have to stretch from here to the 7th. So it's from the 3rd fret to the 7th fret over here. You go from here all the way to here. So that's the stretch you need to do. And besides, you have to also use your middle finger on this 4th fret. You need to be able to make these 3 positions sound good. I think that's the most hard part, besides that there's a chord that's a D9, that's over here. That's not your normal chord. It's not an A or an E, but it's a D9 over here. But I'll get to the chords later. So a hammer-on is basically when you play a note, or when you play a string somewhere, and then while it's still playing, you just press your finger on somewhere else, on a different fret. So the sound changes from there to there. But in one stroke, let's call it like one pluck, I don't know how to call it, just one pluck of the string, you have to do it 2 times. So it would be here on the, you start it on the 3rd fret from the 6th string, and then you have to go 3, 4, and then 7. And just one hammer on, or 2. I think it's 2 because you go 1 and then 2. So remember, it's 3, 4, and then with your pinky on the 7th. And just one pluck, I guess, on the string. And then you go 3, 4, 7. And that's like the first part of the song, where you just go. And it's 4 times. And then you let go and press it the 0. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you play. Just let go and play that same string. And that would be like the first, like it has a little intro. This is kind of like part of the intro of the song. So you just go. But this is really slow because in actuality the song goes like this. So you have to get used to doing that hammer on really fast and really precise. So you get this, and this sound. You go through those 3 really fast. And then you don't have to forget to just press it in the air. That's the first one. And then the second like double hammer on you have to do is on the 4th string. So you go from this string, you're on the 3rd fret, 6th string, and then you go to the 4th string on the 4th fret. And this one is a little bit easier because you don't have to stretch your fingers out so much. You just go from 4, 5 I think, and 7. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah. You go 4, 5, and then 7. So that stretch isn't so much harder than this one. It's just a stretch over here. So you go on this 4th string, you go 4, 5, and then 7. So this is the same thing, the same 2 hammers. You go from here. 4, 5, 7. And this one has the same speed, and it's 4 times, and then you just play it there. Like the 0. Exactly like this one, the same way that you play it. You just do it here, but on these 3 frets. You just repeat that 1 time for the 6th string and 1 time on the 4th string, and then we start with the chords, and it's just that. That's basically the whole part of the hammering. So both of them would sound like this. And then you make a little pause. And then you start with this one. And then you start with the chords. So just as a little recap on this part with the hammering, you go on the 6th string, you go 3, 4, 7. And then, well, you repeat that 4 times. And you're only plugging at the first time. You just, with the hammering, these should sound just with the hammering. You just pluck the string at the beginning, and then this one. And it's kind of like, for the timing, it's kind of like a 1-2 after you finished hitting that last note on each string. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you start with the chords. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the chords start. And the chords are pretty easy. Okay, I think after going through the chords, then I can play the whole song at the end and practice the 2 parts together that are the little hammering on with the picking with hammer on, and then the chords. So let's go through the chords now. Okay, for this song we have 3 chords. The first 2 that I'm gonna show are really easy, or really basic. It's just an A major that I'm gonna show like on screen the chords, but it's your 3 fingers over here on the 2nd fret and on the strings 2, 3, and 4. So 2nd fret, 2, 3, and 4, and you do these, and hopefully the 6th string doesn't sound so much just from the 5 down. So this is 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all those strings, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's your A major. Then the other basic chord you have is an E major. So the E, it's like the same thing. If you have this position with not using your index, just using these fingers on the A major, you just move them up 1 string each. So you move them like this from here to here. So you're here and you move them up, and then you take away your pinky, and on the same string your pinky was, you put your index finger, but on the 1st fret, not on the 2nd fret. So you put it right here on this one. So that would be your E major. And this one you can play all the strings. This one you can just play them all. Don't have to worry about not pressing the 1st or the 6th one. Basic, really basic chord right there. And then the other chord that's not so basic is a D9, which also will show up on the screen. And this one, you do have to worry about not pressing the 6th and the 1st string. And this one would be mostly on the 5th fret and 1 finger on the 4th fret. So on the 5th fret, you can start out with your middle finger on the 5th string. Then you put your index finger on the 4th fret and on the 4th string. So this would be 5th. Well, maybe we can go from the bottom so you can see all the fingers. So this being the 5th fret, this one over here, this is 5. I would start with the pinky here on the 2nd string, then your ring finger on the 3rd string, then you go with your index on the fret right behind it on the next string, which is the 4th string, and the 5th string you would keep going on this fret, the 5th one. It's the 5th one right here. So remembering this is the 5th fret right here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the 5th. So from going from the 2nd string up, you would go pinky, then your ring finger, then you go back to the fret behind, that's the 4th, and you put your index, and then you put your middle finger on the 5th string, also on the 5th fret. And what can help here is your thumb. If you're able to do it, you can put it right up here. Just lightly put it over the 6th string so it doesn't make a sound. And over here, you're also trying to place this part of your finger over this string so this one doesn't make a sound either. So you have these two not really making much of a sound, but these are pressed. So you have these pressed, and these you don't have these pressed, which are the 6th and the 1st. Okay, now that chord is explained, and you can play them all to see how they sound. The chord pattern would be going from the A major, you play it a little bit, and then you go to the D9, then you go back to the A major, there you go, A major, and then you go to the E. But here from the E, you go back to the D9, and then you go to the A again, and then you just jump from A, E, A. So it will be A, E, and then A again. And then you start again with another A. So on the song it will be like A, D, A, E, then D again, D9, A, E, and then A again. And when it starts again, A major again. You don't go through the hammering on again. It just keeps playing. And those would be the 3 chords you need for this song and also the chord patterns. Now we're going to move on to the part of the chord strumming where it gets a little bit more trickier. Alright dudes, now the tricky part is the strumming pattern. But luckily I wrote it down and I think I have a pretty good understanding of what we need to do to make this simple. Even though it's kind of tricky because it has like these strumming slaps, which are when you hit the guitar like that. So you're kind of doing like a little percussion sound while you're playing the guitar. So you can be playing a chord. This is like a normal playing a chord, just a normal strumming, and then you can add a percussion. And it can be slower or it can be faster. And that's kind of like slow, but it can be faster. And that depends on what song you want to play. So for this part I wrote down each like individual part of the strumming, and when there's a slash between the things you have to do, like if it's up or if it's slap or if it's down, when there's a slash, that means they go kind of like together. So as you can see on the screen, we have this configuration, and right beside each motion I have the chord that goes with that motion, or with the steps of motions that you have to do for each chord. And the only one that's different is the first chord. The first time you play the A major, you have to do at the end a little slide. So at the end it doesn't have a slap. As you can see, the only one that's changed is the A. So at the end you don't have to do a slap, you just do like an up down and then a slide. And the up is like really subtle. So what does all this mean? Start out with the A, because if you can do the A, you can do the rest pretty easily. The step would go, you start up with down, and every time it says slap, you have to go like this. Just that. So it would be down, slap, up. So down, slap, up. Okay? Down, slap, up, slap then. So the first 3 would be down, slap, up, slap. Maybe it's kind of like weird, but the motion just flows really well when you do it. When you get used to it, the motion just flows really well. Doesn't matter if you're repeating up 2 times, it just flows really well. So you go down, slap, up, slap, and then you go up, down, slap, up. Oh, and by the way, all the slaps are down. So there's no like slap that's going up. They're all down. So whenever it's a slap, it's in that direction. So from the first one, down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up, down, slap, up, slap, up, down. That up, down comes a little bit quick after the up slap. So you go up, slap, up, down. Up, slap, up, down. Goes a little bit quick. So down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up, down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up. And this, right after this last one, is where you have to do a little subtle up, and then when you do down, you're going to slide this up to the next chord. And if you already learned the chords, like the D, the A, and the E major, this one slides right into the next one pretty easily, because the only thing you need to do is rise up this middle finger and then put your index finger on the back, that string that wasn't pressed. I mean, it's pressed right here, but when you lift this wing, it's not pressed. So you put your index finger right behind it. So it slides really easily into that chord. And that's why you can slide it. If it was a different chord, you wouldn't be able to slide it, because if it was like a chord like this one, there's no other two fingers that slide right directly into that one. But this one has these two fingers, the ring finger and the pinky finger, that are the same ones that you use over here. So it slides really easily into that one. So you go from here, and then when you do that last up down, you go up down, and that's where you slide. But you can slide only these two as you lift these fingers, your index and your middle finger, as you lift these to get to the next position. So it would be up, down, and then you start with your down. And then you keep going down, slap, slap, down, slap, up. And on the rest of the chords, on this part, you go up, slap, up. That up, slap, up on the end. You go up, slap, up. And that last up, after the up, slap, and that last up, you can even play that one while you're changing to the next chord, because after that one, you have to change back to the A. So as you're doing the up, slap, up, you can change to the next chord, because here you have to start with the down. So you can go up, slap, up, and then start the next chord with the down. And that one doesn't even matter. It's so subtle, that last up, that these sounding like this doesn't even matter. See, you can hear that I did this, and then I started with the down. That last one, it didn't even matter. It doesn't even like mess up the song or anything, or the sound of the song. So starting again from the A, you go down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up, down. And if you listen to the original song, that's how it's played. You can hear the Shy Guy playing the song, and you can hear him sliding from the A to the D9. So it's up, and then you slide when you strum down, you slide up, down. Let's do that again. Down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up, down. And then you continue. And then the second A and the rest of the chords in this part, they don't need to do that slide or anything, just when you do the first A. So if you repeat the whole chord pattern and you're back to the A at the beginning, you have to do the slide again. You completed the loop, so you're starting a new loop of the chords, and on the first chord, you have to do that slide. But not on the next one. Let me just do them slowly, going through all the chords, and just one loop, which is not so long. So we start with the A. Back to the A. To the E. Now a D9. And this switch is a little bit harder because it's easier from here because you just slide these two up and then you just put your other fingers. But from here to here, that'll take a little bit more practice because you're not even using your pinky. So you have to get used to switching from here to here. I would say this would be the first thing you need to do. Practice switching from this one to this one because it's the hardest switch. Because between the A and the E, it's not so hard. And between, well, back and forth, it's not hard at all. But between the E and the D9, yeah, it's a little bit harder. So that would be the first one you should get out of the way. Not that one, this one. So switching between those should be a little good practice for anyone that wants to learn some chords. There are different more chords that you can practice, but these are pretty fun to do. There's also these kind of chords where you just move this index finger behind and you do like a bossa nova. So I like these chords a lot. But now, continuing with the pattern, you go from this one to D9, and then back to the A, to the E, and then to the A again. And here you do the A once again, and then you start again with the A. That was the last A from the first loop, and then you start the new loop with an A. And that one has the slide again. And going through the chords with the pattern again, you know you go down, slap, slap, up, down, slap, up, down, and on that down you slide. You start with this down, slap, up, slap, up, down, slap, up, slap, up, down. That's a down for the next chord. Slap, slap, up, down, slap, up, 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 slap, up, down. It's pretty hard to say, but that's pretty much the whole song. And then you start again with the A. And that will be the pattern of the chords with the pattern of the strumming as easily as I can explain it. I think it's pretty useful to know this kind of strumming, and this is an easy way to learn it with such a small little song. And then when you get this down, you can just change it up and do different kind of slap chords or chord slaps with different songs, because there's a bunch that has this kind of strumming. So now I just want to play a little bit the song with the original song and see how that sounds. Alright dudes, it's cool. I explained the whole song, and I think we can play it with the original song together. So we can hear the little beat from the piranha and the rhino. Okay dudes, that was a little bit of playing the song before Mario decided to stop it, and then we had to start again. But yeah, that's basically the whole little song I wanted to do for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope anyone interested in the game or anyone that ever heard that song was like, wow, I wonder if it could be played, or I wonder how it could be played on guitar. It is a guitar song, so it's obviously possible, but what are the chords and how do you play it? Maybe not so clear to everyone. So dudes, if anybody enjoyed this video and you're watching, thanks so much for sticking around, and if you have any comment on this video or any question, just leave it in the comments below. A like, and if you subscribe, it's always appreciated. Almost to 1,000 subscribers right now. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Later dudes. There's my peace sign. Later.